What is poppin', y'all? Skamarcus, Carando. We here for a little rant, alright? So the way that this is gonna go is I asked a few questions on Instagram, kind of relationship type topic questions. So I'm gonna pose it to the squad here. We're gonna share our kind of opinion, our take on it, and then we got a bunch of responses on other opinions, so we'll kind of, you know, see how we're feeling about that. So first question is, are you talking to or dating someone right now, like during this quarantine period?
I'm wasting a lot of niggas' time during this quarantine period, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, yeah, there's a
kind of.
There's a person.
Yeah, I would say there's kind of people that I'm supposed to be talking to right now. The follow-up is, have you been seeing these people during quarantine?
Absolutely not. That's the best part.
Absolutely. All right. So if it's a no, which it is for all of us, why not?
You didn't hear Corona's out there? Coronavirus! Like, y'all missed that?
Yeah. Obviously, like, I don't live alone the way I normally do, and I'm not gonna disrespect my mom's house by just having people over in the midst of a pandemic. So that's a safety thing.
If you're nasty, and I didn't know that until, like, you know, I'd prefer not to risk my niece and nephew.
I'm not even gonna lie to you because I just don't want to see these people.
Yeah, that's facts too.
Like, this right here, this pandemic has been the greatest excuse in history for me. Like,
she hates people. So
the greatest. Do you want to hang out? Do you want to? Let's go. Yeah. No, I'm so sorry that I can't.
You gotta hit him with the, man, I can't wait till this is all over, and then when it's all over, delete, block, block.
When we finally get out, I'm gonna...
Yeah,
like, wine and dine you when we finally get out.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm okay without it. A lot of people said because of the pandemic, you know, a health thing. Like, someone said they're too lazy. I'm with you on that. If you don't live together, you guys don't need to see each other. It's not that deep. Yeah, a lot of it is the health aspect of it. I love my life, better safe than sorry. Health is more important.
Also, nothing's open. You can't even take people anywhere.
Where am I going?
We're going on a date in the car.
Have them over for McDonald's and a blunt. Like, you can't take nobody to the keg or to the milestones first date.
However, if you're in the beginning, we were talking about this a little bit off camera. Like, if you're in the beginning of the talking stage or whatever, it's kind of lit because, like, it forces you to literally do nothing but talk.
You gotta get to know them now.
Yeah, you have to get to know their personality.
Because it's like, let's see if they can actually carry on regular conversations, if we can last this long, or oh shoot, we weren't even that deep, or we weren't that serious. It was the actual bird. Does physical appearance matter to you?
Yeah, okay. Facts are facts. Do you not get cheese when, you know, they show you this appetizing ass burger and then you get it and it's all sloppy, lopsided, and like someone took a bite out of it? Of course appearances matter.
Would you jump into a swimming pool with water or without water? You have to look first. It matters.
Surprisingly enough, like, this wasn't even unanimous. So 49 girls said yes and 12 girls said no. And then 44 guys said yes and 8 guys said no. If you guys said no,
you guys are lying.
You're trying to prove a point.
You're lying.
However, if I could be devil's advocate, because it's my favorite thing to do, there are like those instances where there's someone that you absolutely didn't even look at in that way, but like because you guys have talked and you got to know their personality, you're like, oh, like, you know, that snaggletooth is a little cute.
I say that too. I say that too, because honestly, maybe in the end of it, appearance may not matter, but you have to have done the most to get that far. Facts. Because you're never catching my attention if you aren't physically appealing. It's not happening, if I'm being honest.
And that's where it matters.
I don't know where these people, and there were some good looking people who said no. I'm like, you guys are lying.
You're lying.
You guys are lying.
There's people you're not looking at.
There's facts. You know. Does your boyfriend have to be making more money than you, or if you're a guy, do you have to be making more than your girl?
No,
I don't care about that shit.
So interestingly, so majority of people for guys and girls voted on they don't need to be making more than the girl. But for the people that said no, so one of the girls that said no, she said that usually more money would mean that they're smarter. So I'd rather date people that are smarter than me. And I get like the theory.
I know some dumbass drug dealers.
I get the theory that she's coming from. But like, I personally first of all, I could be making more than you. Sorry. If you have a problem with that, then you probably can't be with me.
I know a lot of people that have relationships like where people are like, oh, you know, it doesn't matter, and then they get into the relationship, like guys will get into the relationship, and if the girl's making more, it kind of feels like, you know, they, especially if they're like super strong-willed and independent, like it kind of feels like,
and that's
they're
why
not the men.
That's where I got surprised, because I thought a lot of guys would be like with their ego will get struck like if they're not making more. So only two guys actually responded. So one of them said society requires that, or kind of like pushes for guys to be making more and to be that like alpha type of person. And then another guy said that he's actually seen his dad live off of women and it makes him uncomfortable.
I wouldn't want to ever live off a woman, but I've been in a relationship where the girls made more than me just because she'd graduated and I'm still in university. Like, I've been in that relationship, and the only problem came from when she just wanted to go out every single day though, like go to dinner every single day, which isn't really like a she makes more than me problem. It's just like a spending habit problem. She genuinely just wanted to, every day let's go to the bar, every day let's go to the club, every day let's go to this person's house, and then drive here and Uber here, and then go to this restaurant every single day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, that was the only issue, but I think that was a spending habit thing more than that.
I think like it's also could be one of those things where it's like you don't think it bothers you until you're kind of in it for some people.
Very circumstantial. Like,
like I never thought of it before, but when I really evaluated it, I made more than both of my exes easily. But like it was never a problem. And also like going to what you say, it's more about kind of character. Like, do you act like you're bougie and stuck up and rich or not? Because even though I was making more, that doesn't mean I was like stunting and doing the most. Like, you wouldn't even know that I was making most unless you looked at facts. Like,
and then on the other coin, like, are you secure in yourself to know that, you know what, I'm not making enough, and that's okay.
Especially in our like kind of day and age, like it's not, that kind of thing doesn't really define someone. Like, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see what's next. The question on would you take back someone who cheated, or have you taken back someone who's cheated? So I'll put the results for this one. The girls, 54 of the girls said no, which was the majority. 17 said yes. And then for the guys, 37 guys said no, they wouldn't, but 11 said yes, they would.
I just want to say for the girls, that's cap. That's cap. I think it's very circumstantial.
It is.
Like, I think there's instances where somebody has cheated and then it is like not something that happens after. So like, you know, you kind of work it out or whatever. But half you girls are damn well lying. Half you girls are simps, taking back these guys and talking
I guess the whole moral behind it, no, I would, like, I get it. Like, no, they don't want to take back someone
I wouldn't want to take back somebody that cheated.
So
but
I think that's kind of where the vote came from.
But that wasn't the question.
Would you? But like, I think it's very situational as well, because there's so many factors to it. Like, if it's not an emotional thing, if it's not a, like, I guess a lot of people would see it as a line of disrespect.
You view cheating as like just they fuck somebody else, or is
just
people define it differently?
Yeah, there's emotional cheating.
There's two still. But I think when I posed this question, I meant the physical cheating.
I couldn't take a girl back after. Nah.
Yeah, you know, niggas can never handle what you do to them.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You can't snap one of these nails,
Don't
but
do
imagine
that.
I'm snapping right now.
Nah, like, I mean, I wouldn't even take a girl back, like, if we went on a break and she went and did something with...
Yeah, I know,
like,
but damn well you'd expect that girl to take you back. Like, let's
I'm sorry, you're a weak link, my friend.
Kodak Black said, yeah, I lied to you, but don't you lie to me.
You are a weak link. You're a weak link, okay? A weakling and a weak link.
I'm a very visual person, so if like you tell me something happened, it will replay in my mind.
That's what a lot of people
crazy. You don't think that would happen with a woman?
Yeah, but like I could see you doing what you did.
You don't think she would be seeing?
I don't think anybody should cheat and get back with anybody.
Way to save yourself. So, some of the girls that said no, they're saying that they might just do it again. Nothing good is gonna come from someone who can't have self-control. They'll never have the same level of respect. It's way easier to cheat again if you already did it once.
That opens the floodgates. Like what's gonna happen next? Yeah,
she already took me back, so she probably took me back again.
Someone said fuck that. I know my worth. If you do it once, you'll do it again. Lesson learned type situation. If you shatter a plate, would you still use the plate again? Nope, you throw it in the trash.
Write that down.
Come on, let me write that down.
So then someone was kind of in the middle. She's like, it kind of depends on the situation, how long you've been together, the extent of cheating, etc. So kind of being more open-minded. As for the person who said yes, they would.
Crack.
One said because I'm a clown. And someone else said because I'm gonna cheat back. So I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you're never gonna take that person seriously now.
I think like if you do take back somebody that's cheated, I mean, like, you know, live your life. live your clown life. It's fine.
Live your clown life.
But I think you need to be able to let it go, because if you can't let it go, don't waste your time.
That's my thing. So
I wouldn't be able to let it go.
I would say,
so at least you know yourself.
I would say like I would probably take someone back, but it will be that perception of I'm never seeing you the same, I'm never taking you seriously again, I'm never trusting you again, and you're actually now cut off for someone that I'd want to be with for a long period of time.
Yeah, and I think that's a waste of time.
So it's like a waste of time.
It diminishes the intensity of the
If you
relationship.
truly think that you can forgive that person and move forward, live your clown life, bro.
Live your clown life.
And you know what? It might be a happy clown life at the end of the day.
It might be a happy clown life.
You don't need to be bozo.
So as for the guys, they had a lot longer responses than the girls.
Talk your shit,
which
King.
is crazy because
Talk
y'all
your
have
shit,
the
King.
most opinions when you're the ones that always get caught in this,
That's sexist.
Yeah,
in this
facts.
stuff.
I'd like to say that's sexist.
Remind you, I said you guys are the ones that always get caught.
There's a
I
reason
didn't
why
say
they
we didn't
call
do
Women
it.
are disgusting.
There's a
Caught.
there's a reason why they call guys dogs. If you leave your house, you know what your dog did. They have mud all over the place. They have the pillow shards all over the place. You ever look at a cat and be like, "Yo, what the fuck you do all day?" You never know what a cat did all day.
I'm so mad.
So someone said if I was committed to them, I wouldn't want to take them back because they broke my trust. If someone cheated on me, there's nothing preventing repetition.
Talk your shit, King.
If I were to cheat, then the whole point of the relationship is gone. So like he was speaking for himself, like I'm seeing that as
Here,
the flip.
Look, the man's already talking for himself.
For himself. Someone who said no said I have an active imagination, so I'm gonna assume the worst.
Marcus, why didn't you tell us you replied?
Right? Unless we're in an open relationship, then you completely miss the point of a
Yeah, like
relationship.
just follow the title, nigga. Like if the title and the promise of it is exclusive dating, then do that. If you want to do it, open,
Yeah.
or single.
You could live your entire thought life single and have
Yes.
just the same enjoyment.
Facts.
Yes, it's not.
So some for that were like kind of more on the fence or on the yes. So immediately I would say no, but if they show that they're willing to rebuild trust, then I'd be open to it.
I'm gonna vomit.
Someone said yes because situations happen and vulnerability is real. So they'd kind of try to be understanding. Someone said I'm not perfect.
Bird.
So if I'm not perfect, then how can I expect someone
Fuck what they
else to
talking
be
about. I'm perfect, nigga. So you better be too.
Whatever. I think it's so situational for
Yeah,
this
I do. I
one.
think it's situational.
Okay, so for this one I asked if your friend's opinion matter on who you're dating.
That's so
My friends are
hard.
always right though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I used to think like, no,
We're
like
always
it's up to
right.
me.
They're always right.
They're always right.
We're always right.
Shout out Narissa, Claudine, J King, Shauna.
We're always
We're
right.
always
Because
right.
the thing is, the way I see
They're
it
all
too
right.
is like
Always.
when you're in a situation, you may not be
Vashti
seeing
too.
it.
Sorry,
Yep.
Vashti. Yeah.
You may not be seeing it the way your friends can see it because you're more blinded or you're finding
your
excuses
friends
for
know
this
you.
person.
Your
Yeah.
friends know you.
Your friends are seeing the things that you're trying to cover
I
up.
can't tell you how many times I've told Narissa to break, and Marcus to break up with people. I'm like, bro, end it. And
Right?
then months later they ended. I'm like, fuck, what took you so long?
Right? And that's the thing though with and that's why I value my
Yo.
friends' opinions because I know that they're looking out for my best interest. So anytime Claudine would tell me something like that, yes, 100% I'm listening. Trust me. But it just may not be time for me to do it yet.
Exactly.
But it
Yeah.
is in my mind and it's on my radar.
Plays a
and
big factor.
the person on the other side doesn't know that they actually just lost the mark now. Like,
Oh yeah, that's a red
it's
flag.
going lower and lower. like,
Like, I think my friends, like, you guys don't, and I'm not a very sentimental person whatsoever, but like my friends are like some of my favorite people ever, and like I think they're super chill, super open, super like, you need to stop before I take
we're
it
all
back.
not sentimental, but that's crazy.
But like, so if they don't like you,
man.
something's wrong still. I'm
Something's
gonna be
wrong.
honest.
Something's wrong. And that's my thing too. If you like aren't someone that clicks with my friends, I like to do everything with my
Yes.
friends, and I like that to be my person is also
Yeah,
involved
I want
too.
it to be all one.
I want it to be one. What the hell? I don't want to keep doing these separate things.
Separate things.
So it's like I also, if my friends don't like you or their opinion is the weak of you, that means that we probably can't all hang out.
if I have to choose, I'm choosing them. I'm not choosing. That's just kind of how it is.
And
Yeah.
I know as a friend group, like we literally go out of our way to make friends. Like I braided your man's hair one time.
Yeah. It's like that's a thing. I like it all being involved. Like I don't like this halfway, like you guys don't talk or you feel awkward in front of each other. That doesn't fly with me. So sorry.
Also, another thing I could commend our friend group for is even like as Narissa was saying, like even if we say like, you know what, it's not it, like end it, we still give each other the space to take as long as they need.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, it'll be like my decision.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Marcus didn't listen to me breaking up with this girl.
Oh no, they don't take it personally.
Yeah, like,
but
it
is a factor.
It is a factor.
Yeah, you have a couple strikes, and that's one of the biggest.
And we'll still be nice to you. So just so you know, we might not like you, but we're still nice to you because you're still.
We still have respect. You know, we're still cordial people.
To some degree.
For that one, people
a little fake.
A little fake. So this one was half and half. 57 people said yes, and 48 said no. So it was kind of like more in the half and half, like. It does matter, it doesn't matter. And I guess that more comes down to how close your squad is with you. Like, if you don't really, if you're more of an independent kind of, like, don't really mess with your friends too much, don't rely on their friends' opinions and, like, input, I can see why they would say no to that. Following up from that, if the person you're dating didn't get along with your squad, would you leave them?
Nah, because at the end of the day, I'm a grown woman, so...
Yeah.
Like, if I still want to be a clown for a few more moments, like you're gonna let me be a clown.
It won't be the determining factor on me leaving them, but it probably will play a fact on the why we don't last.
Yeah, it'll definitely be on the list, like, of, and you also, my friends don't like you, so...
That creates a problem, and... You know, whether like obviously I know my friends are gonna be trying to be friends with them, so if they're not friends, it's gonna be because of that person.
Me, I kind of like my friends meeting my person, or at least knowing who they are, just because I like the perspective of them. Like, you know, I'm not trying to. I don't want to be Bobo the damn fool in a relationship and missing all these damn red flags, even though they're bright, dirty red, sirening off like a fire truck.
You need that friendship interrogation.
Facts.
Yeah.
So. I kind of like it in that way, but you be hiding people for no reason. But
because they're not serious.
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. So then there was also, like, now instead of friends, if it was family, if your family didn't get along with who you're dating, would you leave them?
I'm gonna say the same thing. No, because sometimes, especially coming from a Caribbean family, sometimes your parents just don't like things just because you like them. So
you have to prove your Caribbean parents wrong every time. So
at the same time, my mom's always right. My mom and my little sisters are always right. Whenever they said they didn't like somebody.
You know what? I mean, parents and siblings are different.
Yeah.
I will say if my sister had an opinion, I would value her.
For sure. If my brothers had an opinion.
It's different.
If your siblings are a little more understanding, open-minded.
Yeah, because, you know, you guys scam your parents together.
My sister is straight up. My sister will look at a girl and be like, yeah, she's ugly. I don't know why.
The final question, which was kind of the question on body count. So does body count matter to you?
Hygiene, cleanliness. Do you pee in a cup and does it come out green? Matters to me. That's what matters.
Okay.
Obviously within reason. If you're walking around with like, and you don't even remember how many bodies you have.
Facts.
That's disgusting.
Tell me the results.
The results.
Tell me the results.
So 34 people said yes and 69 people said no.
Do we know if it was guy, girl?
This one I left it as blanket statement until people actually answered me. So for me, I personally want to say yes, it does matter to me, but not in a crazy serious sense.
Nah.
Yeah.
Particularly, it's not that deep to me. The number is not deep. That doesn't matter really to me.
I think it matters a bit more like who. Like, was it everybody in my squad?
Yeah.
And like Jane next door?
Right. Yeah. That's my thing. Like, if I had this conversation with someone before, and they didn't even know that they were putting themselves up for an L at this point. Okay? They were bragging about their body count, talking about they have 40 plus count, okay? 40 plus. And, I don't even remember. I went off in high school and college bragging, trying to sound like this sex god. First of all, if your body count's that high, I do not think you're a sex god. I think you're probably trash.
You sounds like a little dick.
I think you're
sounds like exactly. That doesn't.
It also depends on like, are your bodies all these one night stands, or are they failed talking stages?
Right. So that's what I was going to. I was like, if you can name and tell me you knew all of these people, or at least a majority of these people, then I probably don't mind. And also, you need to calm down with the confidence in this conversation. If you're bragging about it, you're already canceled. If you're bragging about 10, you're already canceled because you're immature. That speaks to your character. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're bragging, it shows how quick and easy and how down you were, no matter
what. What they're trying to say is you're a thought, my guy.
So like, if you have like a semi-high number, like 20 or whatever, I don't even know what's considered a high number these days. But I'm gonna say something like 20.
I thought it was, so somebody else told me something crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we'll do 20 to 30. If you're telling me your count is 20 to 30, it'll go one of two ways for me. If you can name a majority of those people and they weren't just randoms, they weren't just you thoughting and bopping on the streets of Toronto, then all right, I'm not looking at you sideways, because those are probably at least a majority genuine kind of interactions, not 20 one night stands and two people were serious.
And at a thing, and no.
Because that's just disgusting, and that just speaks to your character. Why are you okay to just sleep with anybody? Why are you
know if they brushed their teeth this morning?
Yeah, like that's just nasty. And like, bye. Like, no.
Going back to the way that you said the guy was like bragging about it, I think a lot of it depends on like how you present it. Are you openly just saying it because you want to like you want to brag about it?
Yeah.
Also, think I'm gonna test it out.
From a guy's perspective, I hate when a girl lies about it. Like, what's your body count? 3? Like,
everyone's magically 3.
What's your real body count now? Like, I'm tired. You know the girls rule. You have to take whatever.
But it's because
you gotta take what you gotta take.
Girls, they know that their perception, the guy's perception of them will now be lesser if they say a higher number.
Yeah.
Girls, you gotta take whatever they say and multiply it by 3.
Facts, but that means y'all need to stop with the judgmental type perception of women if they decide they want to sleep with more than 5 people.
Let me get this straight. You're allowed to sleep with Jane, Mika, Alicia, Tanisha,
all their cousins.
No, but I like, honestly,
but
more
Sally's
so
with Bob and Tim, or she's supposed to be saving herself for you?
More so than the number is your hygiene and how you present that number to me. If you're too proud and too bold about it, or if you're lying to me about it, I'm gonna view you differently.
All at one, they're probably not gonna stop lying, so you're just gonna have to take the lies.
If you are not clean, that matters more than your count. Like,
that matters much.
You can have one body, but if that body is disgusting and you piss out orange,
if you're talking about you have 7 bodies but never got tested before in your life, that's concerning.
That's concerning.
That's concerning. Although that number isn't like.
I'd rather talk to a girl with 20 and who goes to the clinic after every single one than a girl with 10 who's like, I don't know. You gotta be clean first and foremost. Then we could talk about body counts and whatever. But
so let's dive into like some of the people's feedback on this one, because this was kind of concerning. I posed the question on why it matters or why it doesn't matter. So for why it matters, I have a guy saying it speaks to the individual's personality more than the facade of like how many. So like basically kind of what we were saying, like if you have a crazy amount of people, that kind of would more speak to your personality than the physical number. Okay,
but maybe like the person just falls in love and onto dicks easy. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
There's girls like that.
Yeah, some girls really think they're in love with absolutely everybody that they sleep with. So
facts. That's facts. Someone said no self-respect, which I completely don't agree with. A male said that. I'm sorry, but I really don't agree with that. That has nothing to do with anything.
I don't think, that's another conversation for another time.
That correlation's kind of circumstantial.
A guy says it's not about the body count, but if you got a train ran on you, then yes, we have a problem.
Yeah. How many of those bodies were simultaneous?
Yes.
First and
I agree with that one, because it's not the count in a sense, but like what are the situations?
What's the space? What's the time spacing between each of those bodies? Was it 3 in one day, or is it
at the same time?
3 and 3.
5 p.m.
all 3. A girl said it's not that it really matters, but I personally just would like to know. So like just curiosity type thing. And I brought this up too, like if it's someone I'm just talking to and not taking seriously, odds are I don't really care about your body count. But if you're someone I want to take more seriously, I'm probably gonna ask just because I'm curious. And like again, that speaks to your character a lot of the times. A girl said, if you done F down the place and want to come bring your community dick to me, it's not happening.
Or the potty penis.
It's not happening. A guy said it can't be an outrageous number. If it's higher than mine, it's okay, but maybe not triple mine.
Yeah. I feel that.
That same person said the thought of running into a group of people that could have probably been with them low-key doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it's kind of
that's what I mean. You gotta remember, because I always, like, if I'm dating a girl, I give her who it was, even if they're in a different city, because I never want somebody coming up to her on some slick shit, like, in the back of their head knowing that they did something with me and she doesn't know. Like, no, I give her the list. And I say, yo, like, if these people come to you, just know they've done you know, there was a thing. Like,
one of the girls kind of said, honestly, it's a pride thing. It'll hurt my soul, sis. So it's a pride thing. I feel you. It's like it's an ego thing. And then we have we have an interesting one here, kind of the flip of all of this. It matters to this person because rookies are no fun.
There's people with high ass body counts that are trash in bed. I'm so sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that still doesn't matter to me. Like, if you have a solid handful, I believe that you're better in bed than someone that has 40 bodies.
We're acting like people can't be trained. Like, you don't train for the Olympics?
Yo, people can be modified, believe me.
There's people who have had more sex with one person than somebody who's just had sex with more people.
Right, and I always say this, and people think I'm tripping. Most guys think I'm stupid when I say this, mind you.
Let's hear this one.
But I'll say, like, because a lot of times the first time I don't find it fun a lot of the times. But I say I personally think it's because the more you are with someone or the more you do it, that's when you learn their body. That's when it becomes fun, or that's when it becomes whatever. So to me, if you're just clapping everyone once, what are you learning and how are you becoming better in bed? You're not. Sorry, I don't believe you.
Tired trick.
I don't believe you. But anyways, why doesn't it matter? Some of the responses. It doesn't matter because the past is uncontrollable. Whatever happens in the present is what's important to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone said because I'm a slut. So she's like, I can't judge someone else. Someone else said sex can be a beautiful thing, so it doesn't matter to them. I don't really get.
I mean, I guess they're saying that it's something that's beautiful, so why contain it, type of thing. Yeah,
that's probably exactly what she meant. A guy said everyone has a past. Shit happens, so there's no point in dwelling in the past.
Yeah, I don't think you should make it a big deal. Like, I agree with all that. Like,
you shouldn't, but it's definitely playing a role.
Yeah.
A girl said as long as they're being safe and getting tested regularly, I see no problem with a high body count. A guy said, why trip over something that I can't change? It's none of my business.
Facts.
We're all hoes.
Yeah.
We're all hoes. We're all hoes.
Hoes.
Everyone's a hoe. Either a direct or indirect hoe.
So that was a guy. And then a girl said a similar thing. Sometimes it is just sex. Honestly, I can't keep it in my pants either. So who am I to judge?
I can.
Can you though? But yeah, just for the number of this one. So basically I asked, would your perception of someone change if their body count was higher than expected? 43 people said yes and 62 people said no. So the majority said no. Again, it's situational. That situation of the guy talking about 40 plus and he can't keep count. Yes, my perception of you just went down the drain.
Yeah.
If I think it's 3 and it's actually 300, I'm gonna be like, oh.
Yeah. My perception is definitely going down the drain. You probably can't even shake my hand anymore.
Yeah.
But again, not all the time. It is situational. If it's like slightly higher, I'm not judging you because of it. I think I would more judge you because of the situation around it or the reason why you were just sleeping with everybody type thing.
Yeah.
Not really the number. But anyways, any final thoughts on any of these?
Everyone's a thought.
Get me lit.
Get to know people before you.
I would say that's the biggest one. Yeah. Like, don't be just jumping into things. Like, maybe try to get to know people.
Get to know people.
And be honest with yourself. A lot of these responses, I was kind of like,
you guys tapping.
It's what you want in theory, but you should be realistic. Like, for me, I would love to say physical appearance doesn't matter.
But I'm a liar.
It does though. Yeah, if I'm being honest, you're not catching my attention if you're.
Yeah.
Would you drink the water if it was green? No, you wouldn't.
You would not. No. You would not.
Yeah.
I guess that's that.
So that last question.
Like,
if you're watching,
comment,
subscribe. If you're watching this and you're like, whoa, what's testing? I've never been tested. Go get tested. It's still open.
Step 1.
Go get tested.
Go do it.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I can condense this to a shorter amount because we just talk.
Favorite thing, like, comment, subscribe.
Where is it? It would be here or over there?
Here, there.
It might be
wherever
up here. Wherever it is.
You guys can click it.
Please.
And we'll see you in the next rant.